We are sitting in the brand new Skoda Kodiaq, and today we're going to have a look at Skoda Connect infotainment system. Now before we have a look at that, there's a subscribe button just below this video here. Please give it a click there, you'll be kept up to date as to our forthcoming videos, and as well as that, give us a like as well. Let's have a look at Skoda Connect. So we are now sitting inside the brand new Skoda Kodiaq, and we're going to have a look at the Skoda Connect system here in front of me. Obviously I've got it on radio here at the moment. You've got various bands that you can go through here, DAB, FM, AM, etc. That's all pretty self-explanatory. There's your station list in here. If you want to zip through that, you can do it that way. Okay, so back to radio. This is your main screen. You can put your favorites there and things like that as well. That's all easy, perfectly understandable, absolutely no problem. Now currently I'm not hooked up to my Bluetooth, which is very easy to do, but we're doing this on purpose. Okay, now obviously there's Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We've looked at this 100 times. We'll throw up a link into one of the corners here and you can have a look at how Android Auto works in other cars. Okay, we're going to click on media here. Well, the reason why we're not using our phone or the Bluetooth of it is because this is actually hooked up with its own LTE system. It's got a SIM card inside it, and therefore we are online with the car itself. So if you opt for this particular trim of Skoda Kodiaq, what you will get is, as standard, you get a SIM card with the car itself, and that's it. Now let's move on and have a look at what this car can actually do. We'll click into media here. What you're going to get up is, first up, we've got the CD player. I've got the volume down to 0. Let's see what sources are available here. Jukebox, which is inbuilt SIM card within the car itself. You get an SD card, USB, AUX, CD, DVD, SD card 2, BT, Bluetooth, and of course you got the broadband itself, the WLAN going on here. Okay, into selection. So what music currently on the car. This is not my car, so I don't know who Anthony Condon is. Maybe I'm not down with the G thing, who knows. Let's go into phone. Okay, you haven't hooked up to a phone. As I said, it's very easy to hook up to Bluetooth through this device. You go into the Bluetooth section on your phone, and of course you pick up the Skoda Connect services or the Skoda Kodiaq, whatever name pops up. Enter this pin and boom, you're online, no problem at all. Voice. Okay, in here this is for your voice commands, so you're able to press on the button here, which is on the steering wheel. You press the button there and you can say to the car, navigate me to London, as it says there on the screen, or oh, it's about to navigate us to London. There you go, so it's pretty cool. Picks it up very quickly. One moment please. And it's finding all these other places around the country. That's great. Okay, so we know the voice control works. That's all good. Now into navigation. This is what your navigation screen here looks like. Simple enough. I won't go too deep into that. Of course, the car comes with app, what with us being online as well. Now once you get your USB cord, you hook it into the USB station here, which is just by where the ashtray or the current lighter sits at the moment. It's in there beside the AUX. Hook it in there, and if you've got an Apple, you can hook up your CarPlay. If you've got an Android like myself, you'll hook up the Android Auto, no problem. MirrorLink, I never use it, I don't like it. So if you're into that, you know better than me what you're actually supposed to do with it. I'm not a big fan of MirrorLink at all. Let's move on to car. Let's have a look at the vehicle itself. This is all your stats. So currently, I've only picked up this car this morning for the purposes of this infotainment piece. I've done 27 kilometers. It took me 50 minutes. That doesn't seem right. However, yeah, it probably does make sense with all the stops and everything else like that. Average 32 kilometers an hour and 8.3 litres per 100 kilometers on my current drive. Okay folks, bear in mind I haven't done much. Right, so it gives you all the details there. That's since start. You get long-term stats and everything else like that as well, and since refueling, and on you go. So if you get one of these, you're going to understand that, no problem at all. Let's hit the selection button here. You're able to pull up these stats if you're looking for that too. Now menu. This is where you get the full menu screen of everything that your car can do. We're online with this car, and we've seen this before in the likes of the Audi. We're going to show you MMI Connect link just up in the corner there of the screen itself. Okay. Inside the Skoda, how does it work? Alright, so this is the main menu, which we've shown you here before. The nice thing that just goes through like that. That's wonderful, right? And we look for this here, right? Skoda Connect, and this is what we want to go into and see what we can get off the new Skoda Kodiaq. Plenty of things going on. Now, again, this is similar to other systems that we would have seen in the past. You get news, petrol station, parking, weather, points of interest, online destination routes, and updates, okay? Now, this is all online, so if we go into news, for example, you're able to source the type of news that you're looking for by you know, doing your own settings and things like this, but this brings you up-to-date news while you're driving. You click in there and you're able to have a look at, for example, one of the stories there. Okay, so that's your news. Let's go back here to the main menu and have a look at what else is coming up. Okay, so we got Petrol Stations, so it's based on where we are at the moment, and we're going to have a look at the navigation now again in a second. What I do want to show you through the navigation up here is this. We're using Google Earth, which we all love in cars. We think that's amazing. And now this system tells you by distance which petrol station is the closest, and as well as that, it tells you the prices of what you're looking for. So that's all cool and groovy, and there you go, sorted by distance. Let's go back there again. Parking, let's say you're in the middle of where are we now? We're in Liffey Valley somewhere. Let's say you're in the middle of Liffey Valley and you're looking for somewhere to park. Click on the parking button there. It's checking online services. It's going to bring you through and find out where the nearest parking points are. You select the one that you want to go to, and boom, it'll take you there through the sat nav. That's great. Let's go back. Next up is weather. So if you're too lazy to look outside the window and see what it's like, or if you do want to know what the forecast is for the next few hours, you can do it there by clicking on that. Meteor radar allows you to follow it. This to me is a little bit like watching a teletext. I think it's kind of cool. You got the clouds coming over here. If you can pick that up on camera, I hope you can, Tim. But it's clear skies in Dublin at the moment. It's clear skies in Carlow at the moment, and same with Dundalk. That's amazing. Now another cool and groovy thing about this as well is if you're using the sat nav, you can actually ask it to tell you what the weather is going to be like in the destination that you're traveling through, and that is actually pretty neat. So we'll give them Boolabus for that one. There you go. Okay, next up, point of interest. I'm not going to go into that, folks. Look, if you're looking for a hotel or anything like that, it's going to pull it up. Likewise with theatres, restaurants, things like that as well. Online destinations, routes. You can check out different various routes in your nav. And update, I'm assuming this is update of the software within the car itself. Now, I've not had to do this. I'm assuming there's very little downloads to be made with this car because it's brand spanking new. But when an update does come through, that's where you're going to find it. Let's go back here and see is there anything else like that. Right, so you got info, and I'm assuming that this info on, let's say, gigs, etc., that you're using within or from your SIM card and all of that too. Let's go back into the navigation and have a look here, because I should have shown this to you a little bit earlier on, but I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag about the online stuff. As I said, you've got Google Maps going on here. Now, this has got a sensor in front of the screen, which I take my hand away and everything disappears. As I approach there, all these pop up here. Click on view and you're able to go into Google Earth or take off Google Earth if you wish, and that changes around the sat nav. I love that in these cars. Right, now let's have a look at what else connected services can do. We're talking emergency calls, breakdowns and things like that. Up here we got the information button. You click on that and you're going to get through to a Skoda Ireland call centre, an actual Skoda Ireland call centre, and you'll be asked to do various things, help you out with breakdown assist and things like that as well. Right, next up, now we don't actually do this often in cars because sometimes it can be a bit of a bother connecting to a phone, but we're actually going to look into doing a hell of a lot more, okay? So the new Skoda Kodiaq, all of them come with an app. This is it up here. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. We'll click into it, okay? Now obviously you're going to have to do all this throughout registration. Ask your dealer to help you out setting it up and things like that. But this gives you information on your car itself. So let's say, for example, you're sitting inside your office and you want to find out how your Kodiaq's doing outside. It's going to tell you how long your last journey was. It's going to tell you how much fuel you have left in the tank. It'll give you various stats about your car itself. So driving data, if I click on that, it gives you a breakdown as to your travel time, your average fuel consumption and things like that. Then you got doors and lights. It tells you if the door is locked or the car is locked, unlocked, whether or not the doors are properly closed. If lights are on, it'll let you know as well. Next up is status. Let's have a look at this. It tells you when your next inspection is due, what's the mileage of the car, things like that as well. And then parking position. Okay, now this might sound a little bit stupid, but it has happened to me once or twice where I've been in the airport, gone away for a week on business or on even a family holiday or something like that, come back and forgotten where to park my car. Well, an app like this will actually help you out find out where the car is, and it gives you pinpoints exactly where the car is. Now let's go back to the main one. So time manager, let's have a look at this. Okay, so this is to do with your personal time management and things like that. Next up is destinations, so it's where you've been, where you're going to go, and you can, I suppose, input where you want to go into this before you get into the car itself. Then you have notifications and settings, and we won't go through that. That is the Skoda Connect infotainment system, and yeah, it's a very good system itself. One thing I will say to you, if you do buy a Skoda Kodiaq or the Karoq, as it will be when it's coming, bring one of these, right? Because you're going to need a wipe. The only downside to this system is smudges. No matter how clean your car is, or your hands are, you're going to leave smudges all over the screen. Anyway, that's the big negative. That's about it. Up here you're going to see the video review of our Skoda Kodiaq. We did that a few months ago. And down here you're going to see the Car Buyer's Guide logo. Please click it and you subscribe to our channel. And other than that, we'll see you again very soon.